Hi guys, Elena's here. In today's class, we are going to work at Bakasana or crane pose. This is probably one of the first arm balance that you are going to learn in your practice. And it looks easy at first, but to be honest, the first time I tried Bakasana, which was more like a face plant, some kind of sort of, I don't know what. It was awful. I was like, what is happening here? I at some point I had my face on the floor, my legs were somewhere else, and it was really confusing because we are not used to be on our hands. It's something new that we learn while we practice yoga. That's one of the main things that we learn while learn while we practice yoga. So I remember that was quite intense. And the first thing that we have to understand before we start practicing Bakasana is that we have to have a very strong wrist. Even if we like handstands, arm balances, we have to be honest with ourselves. We are not designed to spend a lot of time on our hands. And what happens if we do it when our body is not ready yet? That we injure our wrists. And wrist injuries are probably the worst, like knees injuries. They last for months. They are super painful, and your life in general has is impacted badly about them because it becomes difficult to type on your computer, to text on your mobile phone, just sign something. So it becomes a really an unpleasant injury. So the first thing we are going to do is to work to improve the strength of our wrist, then improve our flexibility because it requires a lot of flexibility as well. And then we are going to see how we can start practicing Bakasana, this little beautiful asana. So you might want to be nearby a wall or have some blocks or books nearby you, whatever it takes is fine. You don't have to have yoga blocks. You can use books, you can use a little stool, whatever. You have just to have a little height that will work with that. So the first thing, as I said, we are going to make sure that our wrists are warm up properly. So you come to your mat, you place the hands shoulder distance apart from each other, and the fingers are spread. Now, here there are many theories of how to keep the hands or how to position them. So there is no one wrong or correct answer. They are all correct. It depends from the teacher that you are going to meet. So it's not about being right or being wrong. It's just about what the teacher feels is better for its body or her body. And personally, I find that keeping the index finger facing forward is my right position for my kind of body and for my comfort. So index finger facing forward, the knuckles are pressing on the mat, the palms are on the mat, the arms are strong, the eye of the elbow is facing forward. Don't hyperextend it or keep it open like that. I know it's easier because we don't usually wrap our tricep and make the eye of our elbow facing forward, but we have to work toward that. It's hard work, well, we have to do it in order to be able to do Bakasana. So now, we are here and we start lifting the palms and we lower them down. You see, my eye of the elbows are still facing forward. When I do this movement, I don't open the elbows. I keep the elbows and the tricep wrapped and facing forward. And then we go up and down, up and down. Now we shift the body weight slightly forward for one time, two times. This exercise, we press the body weight away from the ground and we arch slightly this part of our chest, like we are in a sort of cat pose, an angry cat pose, pressing the mat away from us, and we shift the body weight forward, but our shoulders are engaged, our core engaged, and we start feeling more body weight on our wrists. That will make them stronger. Now, what we can do to make this exercise more intense, we come to Balasana position. Balasana position is a great way to improve your flexibility, to make sure that one day in your crane pose you will have the knees on your armpits. Most of the time for women it's much easier to be so flexible. For men sometimes it never happens and they will always have the knees on the triceps. It's still good because if you can't put the knees on your armpits, there is nothing you can do. You just have to keep coming back and practicing. Now, so a wonderful way to improve your flexibility while you practice Bakasana is just to spend as much time as possible in Malasana. You can even watch the telly in this position or like this, don't worry. This is going to help you so much in the pose. Now we were working our wrist. So we try to place the knees in our armpit and we keep the elbows slightly bent. We are not ready yet to extend the elbows and we shift the body weight forward and then we come back forward and then we come back. When we shift the body weight forward, it might happen that you feel a sort of rush of adrenaline because you think that, oh my goodness, I'm going to face plant, I'm going to go down, I'm going to break my nose. Okay, that is not true. You are just a few inches from the ground, nothing is going to happen to you. You are completely safe. My students, and I think it's super fun because that is how I did learn how to trust myself, is to fall down. So now we are going to fall down together. So you place you wrap your leg around your shoulders and you keep the knees, the elbows bent, the knees bent, and now you try to fall. You see, it's just a few inches from the ground. You push, you press, you fall with the crown of your head on the floor, possibly not the nose, because it might be painful. You are not going to break it, but it might be a little bit more intense. So, if by any chance while you are here, you suddenly lose your balance and you fall here, this is also a great way to learn Bakasana. Because as you saw in the movement, I lift my feet from the ground and you can see I'm here. So it might even be a good exercise to do. Actually, I love to fall over. Okay, so we were here, shifting our body weight forward, and now we start feeling, if you feel too much pressure on your wrist or your wrists are in pain, you just stop. You stop here. If it's too much, it's too much. Your wrists are not ready yet to hold your body weight. So what you can do is just do this exercise, specific exercise, till you feel comfortable. When you feel comfortable, it's time to start putting more weight. So you can do this video in different stages. So the first stage is warm up the wrist and then do the body weight shift forward and the falling down. So this is your first stage and it's completely great. Now we try to put a little block behind us. We place the feet on the block. We are always in Bakasana position here, Bakasana squat, and then we shift the body weight forward. Now from here you will start feeling even more pressure because the feet are lifted from the ground, and this is another way to make your wrist gradually feel and hold your body weight. So after, for a while you did it with the feet on the ground, you can start adding yoga blocks like this one, and then keep always shifting the body weight forward. Again, if you fall, nothing is going to happen to you. You can also do it just for fun. Don't worry, just keep shifting the body weight forward and the core are engaged. The palms are pressing down, and now when you are comfortable and you feel stronger and your wrists are stronger, you can place the second block here. So again, you enter your tower of blocks and you are still in Bakasana squat. The palms are pressing on the ground, and now you've shifted the body weight forward. And here you might start feeling like you are losing balance. Again, if you lose balance, nothing is going to happen to you. The floor is even closer. So don't worry, try to fall with me. And falling over is just as a good exercise as doing this little body shift forward. Now, remember, whenever you practice Bakasana or most of the arm balances, remember always to keep the tricep wrapped in. Non open like this, never keep the elbows open, always wrap the elbows, and the eye of the elbows should look forward. So when we shift the body weight forward, press the elbows inside and you shift like that. Okay, now if you don't have blocks, you can always use the wall as a block, no problem. Now, another exercise you can do is also to place the knees on your armpit, and one is stay here while the other one lifts. So now you are starting to feel the core engaged, because to lift the leg and keep the leg lifted, your core are engaged. And you do with the right leg as well as the left one, and feel the core workout that is in here. And oof, this is kind of really, really intense. Okay, let's just go in a child's pose for a few seconds to recenter and be ready for the next stage. So, at the beginning, we are trying to put more weight on the hands, then even more, then even more, and then finally, when we are comfortable and our wrists are strong enough, we start shifting the body weight forward. We keep the elbows bent, this time starting from Bakasana position probably is not realistic. So what we are going to do is this little sister, crow pose or Bakasana, which is really similar to Bakasana, but the arms are bent rather than straight. So now we start bending from Balasana squat. We are with the elbows bent and we lift the right leg. Now, if you can, you lift the left one as well and you are in Bakasana. Bakasana is less scary because the elbows are bent and we are closer to the ground. So if you fell, we can't hurt ourselves. We are just have to come back up and stay here. The core are engaged, the body weight is shifted forward, and we can fix a point in front of us. So we just fix that point and we stare at it, and then after a few breaths, we come down back in Balasana squat. This is our first step to crane position. Now, what we can do is go next to a wall. I will use my Fit Up trainer, but you can go nearby a wall as you prefer, no problem. And you can place one foot on the wall, like this one, like this. Place the foot on your armpit and then lift the other one as well and emulate the pose of crane pose with the feet on the floor, on the wall or in a chair, in a couch, and start feeling the feeling of having the arms straight while you are in Bakasana. This exercise can be really intense and you might feel, if you feel pain in your wrist, remember to back off. Tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow perhaps will be easier to put your knees on your armpit and keep the arms straight. So let's do it again. Okay, hands are shoulder distance apart from each other. The knuckles are pressing down in the mat. We place one foot on the wall or chair and then we lift the second one. We place the knees in the armpits and we shift the body weight forward. Here in this shape we are in crane position, but still we have the help of the wall. And then we come down. When this position becomes comfortable, perhaps it's time that we try to perform Bakasana. So From here, let's go back to Malasana. First, we do crawl. From here, we can come up on our tippy toes, lift the butt, keep the arms bent, shift the body weight forward. We lift the right leg, then the left, and we stay here a few breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we come back down. Now, when this becomes comfortable, what we can do is straight the arms, place the knees into the armpit, shift the body weight forward, and you can either lift one leg at a time or both legs together and stay here a few breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then slowly you come down, and with your times, we come back to center. Okay. Bakasana is a very challenging arm balance, and don't expect to be able to do it from today because it's not happening unless you are a superhuman. But usually it takes a little bit of work, and you have to put it. There is nobody else that can do it for you. Usually, when I started practicing arm balances, I felt frustrated most of the time because I was seeing people doing these beautiful poses, and I wasn't even able to lift my my arm by itself. I had to help it. But yeah, it's the beginning can be frustrating, but we have all been there, and I know how it feels. So don't be frustrated or don't beat yourself down. You will be able to do it as I did. Everybody is capable of beautiful things, and you are too. If you like the video, send me a big thumb up, and if you have any query or comment, leave me a message in the comment section, and remember to subscribe to my channel. I upload new material every week, and I hope you will enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.